minutes ago.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Super GamesCast 64. I am Trey Mitchell, and to my immediate front, Austin Guttery as usual.
Hey.
Hey man, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Trey?
I am okay.
Oh no.
I am alright.
Uh-oh.
Doing a lot better than last week.
Okay, good.
That's for sure.
Yeah, you were dying.
I was dying last week. It was not very good. Yeah, so this is the show about video games. I'm Trey Mitchell. I work at The Ticket. I do a lot of other things. I have a YouTube channel. You can go to it. youtube.com/CrayTrey, I think.
How do you spell that, Trey?
I don't know.
Okay.
They can CRAYTREY. You can go look at my video stuff. I also work at The Ticket, which is a radio station in Dallas, very popular radio station. And Austin Guttery used to work at The Ticket.
I still do.
Technically, you still do.
Yeah.
You never really got fired.
No, or let go or anything, or laid off. I just haven't been scheduled.
Yeah.
In 2 years.
No. It's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
You know, they'll find out one day.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to put Austin back on the schedule.
It's okay though.
You know, you're more competent than some of the people that work here, so.
I know. I've made do.
On weekends.
You know, I've made do.
They're not going to listen to this station or podcast, but some people
Certainly not.
who work on the weekends probably shouldn't be working on the weekends anymore.
Well, I know what always makes me feel better is when I put my feet up and enjoy the nice, crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Cola.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pepsi Cola, it's a great product.
Yeah.
PepsiCo, they're a wonderful company. They bring you a lot of tasty beverages
They sure do, Trey.
since 1822.
You know, when I
They've
walk
given
to
you-
the store and get a delicious Pepsi, I like to put on my really comfortable my Reebok Air Supports and walk
Yeah.
to the store, and it's like walking on a cloud the whole
You know,
way.
when I wear my Levi jeans and go into the 7-Eleven to get my my Mountain Dew slushie and my Twix candy bar, I
All
do like to
delicious.
go over and get me a wonderful crisp Pepsi Cola, PepsiCo.
Pepsi. It's the choice of champions.
Exactly, it's the choice. That's great. We didn't get paid for any of that, or
No,
did we?
well, we're hoping.
Please, if you have sponsorships, we will
Hey, Yum
shill
Brand.
out. We will shill out.
Oh, I will bend over so hard for any corporation that just wants to.
I don't care what you
Close me
do. I don't
down.
care if you're selling knives. I'll fucking shill your product out.
Let's do it.
Let's shill together.
Why don't we just have a podcast of 20 minutes of just straight pitching?
Product placement.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all for that. Why
Alright.
isn't there a podcast like that?
I don't know. It's just pure money,
Yeah.
pure profit.
I mean, if you get two funny people to do it, it'd probably be successuper.
You're looking at them.
You're looking at the two funniest guys ever. We also do a show on the Blowout Network called Super GamesCast 64. It's not the same name as our podcast. This is Super GamesCast 64. That's Super GamesCast 64.
Right. The
All right?
emphasis.
The emphasis is different,
Right.
but it's the same goddamn thing.
And it's a different number. It's just rounded.
It's
both to the
rounded
same-
up.
Yeah.
It's rounded up just to, legal reasons.
Uh-huh.
And we do reviews there. We have a few coming up in the future. Hopefully, I have a whole schedule here. And hopefully we should be having a few come up. I think we're going to do Mafia 3,
Right on.
if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Redbox tonight. and I'm
It's a
gonna
long
get it.
game, and I hear I've been playing it, so maybe we can go into the what we've been playing portion of this podcast right now.
All right.
I've been playing Mafia 3. I played 2 hours into it, and the story is amazing.
Don't review it. Save it.
Well, I'm just saying,
Just let me know you've been playing it.
I've been playing it,
Okay?
and I like it, but I've
Okay.
been hearing the scuttlebutt on the internet
Uh-oh.
that says it's the same issues that Mafia 2 had. If you remember me talking about Mafia 2 in the last few podcasts, from what I hear, it's the same issues.
Technical issues or story?
Technical.
Okay.
The story is amazing right now, and how it's set up, it makes you feel like you're watching a really cool movie.
Okay.
It's a really cool story, and the way they tell the story is really neat. The music is amazing, but we'll talk about that later. So let me know. I need to play more of it. My issue is, we'll talk about actually this issue in a bit, but let me hear what you're playing.
Yeah, I'm still playing some Cities Skylines from last week. I'm getting better. I'm able to unclog that traffic.
Building them cities.
Playing Link Between Worlds, great game.
I've been thinking about putting that in, playing it.
Dude, it's fun. It's an easy pickup for 20 minutes.
I mean,
at a time.
I have no clue where I am in the game.
Start it over.
I don't want to start over.
All right. It's so slick. It just runs so
Yeah.
well. I've been playing Banished. Have you ever played that?
I have not.
It's a city builder where you start out as like a few people, and you have like one house and like one storage barn, and it's like the late 1800s, and you basically just you gotta collect wood for firewood, you gotta collect stone for this, you gotta collect iron for that, and then you can build another house, and then you get another dude to move in, and then you can start growing crops, and you can trade for new crops and stuff. It's just a good city builder. There's no end game, so once you get to a stable point, you just kind of fizzles out. But it's fun. It's fun on the painful, torturous, awful wait till Civ 6.
Mm-hmm. You're excited for that game, aren't you?
Dude, I'm gonna be edging for 2 weeks.
I feel like on our Game of the Year podcast, I'm gonna be talking about Uncharted 4. You're gonna be talking about Civ 6.
I'm gonna try to put away my biases during that.
Well, I mean that's the whole thing, though. I think for end of the year things, we could even do, we don't need to do 50 categories, but I think we could do a thing like our personal games of the year, and then like maybe what's the biggest game that kind of defines 2016. And I kind of want to get on Brad from Below the Belt, because I know Overwatch has taken the world by storm this year, and they're big into Overwatch, so maybe we could have a whole bunch of people in this room to do that podcast.
Yeah, because my favorite game of the year is not necessarily going to be my vote for best game of the year. I need to learn to separate those two.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
And I shall.
Yeah. What else you been playing? Anything?
I've gotten really back into Pokemon Go. I really want to fill out the Pokédex, and I'm getting closer. I mean, it's so easy just to on my 5-10 minute walk to lunch every day and back, just pick it up, walk with me, and I can put it down to the side. It doesn't really interfere. My girlfriend's into it a lot, so we'll go out and walk around.
Girlfriend, huh?
Yeah. And so,
Yeah.
And it's really gotten me to go outside and actually walk around and shit. I've walked 50 kilometers with fucking Geodude, and so it's been fun. So I'm gonna finish that Pokédex.
Gonna go to Europe and get a
I'm
Mr. Mime.
What I can. No, I mean I could hatch a Mr. Mime. You can get him out of an egg.
And a Farfetch'd.
Yeah, we'll see, Trey.
Farfetch'd.
We'll see.
You can get a Mr. Mime from an egg. Oh.
Yeah, you can get everything from eggs.
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Yeah, I probably could.
It sound like that. All right, scratch that part off.
This isn't a film podcast, Trey.
Well, it could be. We could just say screw it and just start talking about movies.
Okay.
What movies? Have you been watching Westworld?
I watched the first episode. It was really good.
I need to watch it. It seems like it'd be right up my alley.
Dude, sweet titties in it.
Titters?
Sweet titters.
Titters in it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I hear it's a lot like Battlestar Galactica, and I hear it's very video gamey. Like it's taken a lot of inspiration from video games. And stuff.
It was a book from the 70s. It was written by Michael Crichton.
And I've seen the old movie.
It's the exact same plot as Jurassic Park. It's a theme park where rich people go to see something that they couldn't see before, and then it goes haywire and hurts people.
Man, he loves writing those. Michael Crichton loves writing those books.
Yeah.
About theme parks that go wrong.
Him. Oh God.
What's going on?
I don't know.
You're ruining the podcast.
I'm sorry. This is my dad talking about hockey.
Fuck hockey.
So let's do a hockey podcast.
Fuck hockey.
We don't need to get into this again.
No, here's the thing. I like the Stars. I hope they do well, but
no, you don't.
You
have a vendetta against the Stars since they made you work every evening.
I don't have to do those games anymore. That's Fahey and
the hurt is still there.
The other guy. I don't want to mention his name on this podcast.
Who?
Charlie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Trash Can Fleming.
Oh no. He used to do them, but Fahey does them. And the thing is, I have to do the post game at night because I'll get in and Fahey will be he'll be working, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll take over. And so I have to do the last hour of the post game because their 1 hour post game show ends up being 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, but you get to schmooze with the wonderful Bruce Levine and partner.
Owen Newkirk.
Yeah, who sounds just like Ralph, and it's weird.
Yeah. As much as I love Bruce Levine and Owen Newkirk, I don't need an hour of hockey.
Well, you get 3 of it during the game. Then you got your.
And then the main deal, that's not the problem anymore. The main problem is the traffic. Getting in here.
Yeah.
And parking and driving through, and usually the cones are blocking off my way, so I have to go all the way around, and it takes me 10 minutes to even park. It's ridiculous.
Hey Trey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna issue you a DWI. Okay.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Damn.
I know.
Check my privilege?
Spit hot fire. Yeah.
I probably do need to check my privilege.
Yeah, right at the door, buddy. You cis male.
Cis white male.
Yeah, cis scum.
Cis scum.
Well, good. I'm glad you're playing some game.
A little bit. I wanted to play more this week, but shit happened.
Oh, no.
Not
Elaborate.
bad shit. Just I had to go to like 3 doctor's appointments
Oh,
the other
how's
day.
for your cough?
No, it was a eye doctor. Got some new contacts.
Cool.
And then I went to go see a friend of mine
He's a doctor?
at a hospital.
He okay?
He's all right. He had a hip replacement.
Okay.
And he's like a family friend.
Is this Norm?
Yeah, it's Norm.
Oh, okay.
Hey there, pal. Hey, I'm doing okay there, group. Sup?
This is my Norm Hitzkus.
Oh, hey there.
Hey, Mike Donovan.
Hey, going over to Fargo. Hey, get the Brainerd.
Can I tell you a quick story about that?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
A few years ago on a road trip, we were, my friends and I were doing this whole northern accent thing the whole time.
Oh, yeah, gee.
We got to San Francisco.
Oh, you did,
and
yeah?
you know that fog starts rolling in?
Oh, yeah, the
But
fog gets bad.
When you start saying it with the northern accent, you'll all look at the fag coming over the mountain there. We got a lot of fag. Well, it's pretty faggy over here. And we stepped out of the car and didn't even think about it, what we were saying. And then people walked down the street and were like, oh, God, it's so faggy here. And then someone gave us a look and it hit us that we were being prejudiced. And so we stopped.
This is a family podcast, sir.
Well, look, if you're from Minnesota, don't go to San Francisco.
If you're from Minnesota, don't go over to San Francisco, okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
It's not good. It's not good. Get an interpreter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, gee. Oh,
So, what do you got on the docket for us today?
Well, you see here, I got a predicament, eh?
Lay it on me.
So, like, I got just a thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Are we done with that?
Seems so.
Okay. So my whole predicament is I have a large backlog of games
Okay.
to play.
You got like your Steam sale collection?
The console equivalent of a Steam sale collection, yes. And I'm just get overwhelmed going through it. And a lot of them are videos and are games I need to play for videos. A lot of them are games that I just missed, or games I didn't play when I was a kid that I got to replay. And they're all. It's not just. It's like games I legitimately want to play. And also my other predicament is that I've gotten so paranoid about. Not even paranoid, but I feel like I have to record everything I do now. The footage for a video, like, what if I do a video on this? What if I do a video on that? That I feel like I can't really enjoy myself that much. And example is, I was looking at the 3DS store, and I was seeing if they had any SNES games, and they have Link to the Past. They got some. They have Mario World. They have. Really, I was just looking for Link to the Past, and I'm like, man, I could buy it here and play it at work, but then I wouldn't be able to record it, and I need to record that footage. And so it's just, I feel like I'm hindering myself with this whole recording thing, because not every game is like this, but with Mafia 3, I feel like I have to record it in case I do something for it. with Link to the Past, I feel like I need to record it because I want to do something with Zelda one day. So that's been it's total first world problem, but that's kind of been my issue. And just looking at this backlog, it just overwhelms me because there's over 100 games on this, and it's like I want to play all these games, and then there's games from this year that I need to keep playing. I want to go back to Ratchet and Clank. I want to go back to Doom. I want to do all this before we do our end of the year show. Even The Division, I want to go and play that a little bit because I never even played it. Did you play the Division at all?
I saw people stand in line.
I saw that. I hear it's a good game. It's just I'm not a big massive multiplayer kind of guy, so that kind of turned me off on it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, do you have a big backlog of games, or do you just kind of let things go? Like, when do you know when to let things go? Because I've let a lot of games go, just like, okay, I'm not going to ever play that. I'm not going to ever play this. But it's still, I'm trying to get my whole backlog up. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I have a video game backlog. This is on an Excel sheet. I have a video game backlog, and that is up to, and this also are games that I want to replay and games that I want to just kind of go play some more. Like, I want to go back to Grand Theft Auto 5 and play more of the story, certain games like that. I need to replay a bunch of stuff. But everything on the list is 141 games on this list.
The fuck?
Yeah.
So here's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't have a backlog because I take preventative measures. Whenever I go to spend money on a game, I look at it and I go, am I actually going to sit down for the next 2 weeks and play this?
Yeah.
And I'll only do that if I am not currently playing another game. I will not consider purchasing or adding another game to any sort of library of mine if I'm already playing a game. And that prevents stacking, and then it always gives me a fresh game to play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had a very, very small backlog this summer. I had like 2 things I wanted to kind of jump back into, and I did them, and I'm fresh up on games. I finished Pokemon. I finished a couple other things. I'm just playing Zelda right now, and Cities, Skylines, and Banished aren't really like playing those.
Mm-hmm.
It's just when I have 30 minutes to stick around, if I feel like picking it up, I will. So I take preventative measures, and I have 0 backlog.
Like, even my short list is 18 games on here. Yeah, and I always procrastinate as well, and I think it's just my schedule with the overnights, and then you get home, and I try to work out, then go to sleep, then you wake up, and I still live at home, so it's, I'm having to do chores, and if my mom needs something, like I had to help build a bench today.
Well, everyone lives at home, Trey.
Not everybody.
Well, home is where the heart is.
It's true. I still live with my parents, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They live with you. How about that?
They live with me.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. If anyone has a place for me to stay, let me know.
Have you considered bringing your consoles up here for overnights? I did that one time.
Fernando comes in at 1 o'clock. Or else I would.
1 o'clock?
Yeah.
4 hours before the show?
3 hours. Oh, yeah, 4 hours before the show. So there's...
That's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would care, but I don't know. There's just a stigma. I think watching a movie is one thing. Playing a game's another. I think to someone who is his age,
Yeah.
I think there's a whole different stigma on it. I don't know.
Well, that gives you 3 hours every night.
Yeah, it does. That's very true. And I could bring up my PS4. Maybe I should do that. Just bring that to work. The ticket. I've always wanted to get that little monitor that attaches to the PS4, and you just, open the monitor and play it that way.
I mean, you could bring your own little small monitor up.
Yeah, I have a monitor.
There you go. Keep the console underneath the table on the floor or whatever, so he doesn't see it, and hopefully he doesn't listen to this.
I don't think no one listens to this.
And just play it on there.
Yeah, I could do that. Another question: how do you find time for playing games? Because I feel like as we get older, there's just less and less time.
I try to make time.
Yeah.
A lot of friend time is, well, not a lot, but some friend time is spent playing games, so those overlap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play before I go to bed. I'll play in the morning on the weekends. I like to, if I get up and no one else is really up yet, I'll play for an hour or two. And I'll play during lunch. I play in little snippets. It's hard for me to find time to play for 5-6 hours at a time like I used to as a youngling. But I still always find time to complete games.
I'll go on binges. Where it'll be
Same here.
like Fallout 4. I remember that was like a month-long binge.
Same here.
Where every single morning I'd wake up and play it. I'd go to sleep, then wake up and play it more than go to work. But then there will be times where I just don't play anything for a few weeks, and then it kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. Mafia 2 was, it was kind of one of those little binges, but it only took me a few days to play it. I think I'm just getting so overwhelmed by this backlog because, and I mean, I just kind of want to go through it and say, what do I really need to play? And
that's going to be my top advice is let it go.
Yeah.
Let most of that stuff go. And if you really are to play it, and if it's really important, it'll come to you.
Mm-hmm. It'll come to me.
So let's hear them. I'll give you a yes or no.
Okay. Well, I'll just give you the short list.
Sure. These are important.
These are, and not all these are games I haven't played before. Some of these I'm replaying or finishing up. I got LA Noire. I'm doing that for a video. I got Super Mario Galaxy. I need to finish that one up. I got Link to the Past. I want to play that. Metal Gear Solid 4. The Last of Us. I still haven't finished that game. And Mass Effect. And I want to finish the whole Mass Effect trilogy. I'm doing that for a video as well. I'm doing Metal Gear Solid, Last of Us, and Mass Effect all for a video. And then I got Ocarina of Time. I want to replay that, record it. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Mass Effect 2, Super Mario Galaxy 2. And then I got I got Majora's Mask. I want to replay that. I got Far Cry Blood Dragon. That's for a video. Arkham City, BioShock Infinite, Wind Waker, Mass Effect 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Twilight Princess. And there's like a whole bunch of PS4 games that I have and the idea you said about just buying a game when you know you're going to play it, that's my problem too, is I'll buy a game, I act like it's going to, not be available in a few months, and I just buy it and it just sits there. I need to stop doing that, especially because it's a waste of money too.
Now, those games all sound really good. Those seem like ones you should play. What I would do is just pick one of those, pick the one you want to play the most, forget about the rest, and just play it. Don't even act like you have the backlog. Just play that. You'll have no pressure. You'll enjoy it. When you're done, go to the next one. And just do them back to back to back. If you think about the entire mountain of games, you're never going to take the first step.
And I have a backlog for movies and TV as well, but I've been kind of focusing on this for the last few years.
There's one other option.
Yeah. Kill myself?
Yeah.
Damn.
Then you don't have to play any of them.
It's very true.
We're all going to die one day. I mean.
Yeah, we are. It's a true statement, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
If the Russians bomb us, they might.
Are they talking about it?
Maybe a little bit.
They're going to do it?
I think they are.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
They're going to get you.
Let me see here. I'm gonna do a little game with you.
All right, let's do it. Wait, is this gonna get added to your backlog?
Yeah.
This game?
Oh man, you're sure a memester. You know that?
I know. God, I love memes.
Memes bring the world together.
Memes are great.
They are.
Just doing a little meme
and put it to the mic.
Okay, you guys want to hear a meme?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a classic meme. Oh God.
What is this supposed to be?
I don't know. I've just always seen that meme around.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to see some good memes, follow Emmy Soccer on YouTube. He has a compilation once a week of sick memes from the week. Best comp.
That sounds sick. Okay, you're gonna pick between 3 topics.
Okay.
All right. Topic 1. Sexism in video games.
Okay.
Topic 2. Nintendo. What the fuck's going on with Nintendo?
All right.
And topic 3, your favorite toilet in video games.
Let's do 1.
Number 2 was the only topic I was really gonna do. But if you want to do number 1, that's fine.
Yeah, let's hit some of that hot social
commentary.
Yeah. I think objectification of women is great in video games, and they should never wear clothes. I think that Assassin Girl from Metal Gear has too many clothes.
Quiet.
Yeah.
She has way too many clothes on.
Yeah, too many.
She's got too many.
Too many clothes.
Too many clothes.
All right, let's real talk.
Real talk.
That's fucked up that they just put her in a bikini and was just like,
oh, it's
she breathes through her skin.
She breathes through her skin.
That's the only
It's for
reason.
cosplay. That's what you said. It's for cosplay.
Yeah, oh yeah, just wear a swimsuit.
Here you go.
No, it's just fucking.
It's for titters.
Yeah, it's for titters. Like, just admit it. It's still wrong, but just admit it.
It's really weird. Dude, Kojima is so weird. He is a weird guy, and especially if you watch interviews. It's very different culture, I think.
Yeah.
In Japan than it is here.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that just is whatever.
Yeah, but even American games are real bad about it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're getting a little better, but they are. They are.
Yeah, people are starting to, as younger people move into the industry, it's starting to level out, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, Mafia 3, you have a black protagonist.
Whoa.
He is a Vietnam soldier, or a ex-Vietnam soldier from, and he lives in Louisiana during 1968.
That's where I'm from.
So you got a whole bunch of things going on there in that game. Louisiana, 1968.
Yeah, that's hot fire.
Yeah.
If you're a black fella back then.
It's not good.
Uh-uh.
No. It's really not good.
Yeah.
All that racism.
I know.
But yeah, sexism is bad. More female video game characters.
Less Ivy from Soul Calibur. More
Lara Croft.
Yeah, more new Lara Croft.
Yeah. Not old Lara Croft.
Not pointy tits.
No.
Lara Croft.
Pointy tits McGee. Or the James Bond from GoldenEye, where her face looks like a monkey, but she's got these big old polygonal jugs, and you're just making out with her at the end of the game. Like, damn.
You ever jerk off to that, Trey?
No, I did not.
You didn't pound it?
Mm-mm.
All right.
I don't have a penis.
Well, did you rub your mound?
Never.
Whatever you have down there, your
I was told not to.
mound?
I was told that I would go to hell. So the real topic I wanted to talk about with you was Nintendo.
Okay.
Our favorite little company.
Okay.
Because I know we talk about that. Why are you in the corner?
Wait on me. I'm just getting ready for what you're gonna spray at me.
Yeah. So, he's going back there. So, yeah, it seems weird, and I guess it's because they're working on the NX, but we don't really hear anything about Nintendo anymore. Well, I guess it's because of the NX, but
I think we do. I think it just hasn't been in the news in the last few months. I don't think this is I mean, they were all the news, early summer and everything when they were starting to announce all this stuff and new games and everything. And
well, the mobile game, yeah.
Yeah.
That Mario Runner, when they were at the Apple show.
Yeah. I bet that's going to be huge. For them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big moneymaker, which I don't like the mobile gaming, but if it supplies them with money to continue to make core stuff,
Yeah.
fine.
And, I mean, you always hear NX rumors and all that.
I heard one good rumor.
Yeah?
A store in France received some marketing materials for it for next spring, and apparently on the display it was called the NX. So that
really?
may just be the final name, which
I like that.
I like it.
I like
It's
that
cool.
name a lot.
Is it their 10th console maybe? And so it's like
I think so
NX?
too. I think so, and because the whole rumor of it being a handheld console hybrid.
I think
so
we're beyond
cross.
rumor at this point. I think that's like
Yeah, it's probably
basically confirmed.
what it is. Which is exciting. That kind of solves my problem of console up
Yeah,
here.
it's supposed to be cool.
Yeah. That's a cool deal. I mean, that's what they should do. I mean, what they should do is go into software. Just pure software, no hardware, but
Well,
they're
I
not
mean, if we're
gonna
gonna
do
go down that road, I think then every company should do that.
and just have PCs.
No, and just I don't know, one unified thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but then that leads to monopoly, and you don't have competition, so you become
Yeah.
stagnant.
I see no reason why they should back out of the console market if they're making money on it.
No, I agree with you there, but the Wii U was not making money.
Yeah, but
But I know if the NX is making money, then by God, stay there. I always used to want them to have a big, powerful console to play. I've always wanted that realistic open world Skyrim Zelda game.
mhm.
Even not even the new one we're getting, but like one that looks like Skyrim pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? We got Skyrim. We got all these other games.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of over that, and I just kind of want a open world Zelda like what we're getting.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that. I don't know. I just it's odd because the SNES it seemed like and the NES it seemed like there's always an abundance of games for those consoles. And I mean the Wii it never did have that plethora of games coming out.
There was
There was never it was always like 2 or 3 games per year. The Wii U, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was always that 2 or 3 games per year.
Yeah, I think that's what really hurt the Wii U is their serious software drought.
Yeah.
Like the big games that came out for it were great and they were huge. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Pikmin, Mario Maker, Splatoon. I mean, those all sold way more than needed to turn a profit, and
But
they
it's
just
so
needed more.
few and far between.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they fix that. They hire more people. They hire more studios to make certain games.
Uh huh.
I know they do that with Donkey Kong and Metroid.
Yeah.
But it's just not really acceptable. Because, yeah, I mean, you got your Nintendo guy who plays Nintendo games, only, and they're like, oh, I love the games I get. Well, that's great. You should love the games you get, but that's not sustaining the company. That's not making them profitable. 3 games per year. I mean, Activision puts out way more than that. Ubisoft puts out more than that. So.
So were you just going for a quantity thing here?
No, quality too. You need quality.
'Cause,
Nintendo great at quality games. I'm just saying, like, there should be a game every 3 months.
Yeah. I agree.
4 games a year. Every 3 months there should be a game.
I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know if they need to put out at Ubisoft level because when I hear
No.
Ubisoft, I think pumped out crap.
But I'm saying though, other companies make big AAA games like multiple games a year, and and Nintendo, and there's really hasn't been, despite besides Splatoon, there's really not much creativity anymore.
Yeah.
With the GameCube, you had Pikmin, you had Animal Crossing, even the its core franchises had interesting spins with Super Mario Sunshine and Wind Waker and Metroid Prime. So it was very creative. There's all these different risks being taken, new IPs. With the Wii, you didn't really get that. And then now you get your really good-looking Mario Kart 8, you get your really polished Smash Bros. You get polish this, polish that, but there's nothing new. Nothing new at all. No new franchises.
Yeah. And I think Mario Maker was a good twist, like, with Sunshine and stuff. I think that was a good
Mario
way to
Maker.
go.
They should have put Mario Maker out though. When the Wind Waker or the Wii U was released.
Yeah, that was a big problem with it too. They had crap for launch titles.
Mm-hmm. And they were trying to make this a thing, which was a gimmick, sell, and what are you going to use that for?
Well, the NX sounds like they've learned from some of those at least. They're going to have a ton of launch stuff.
I hope I guess it can't be backwards compatible because I hear it's going to be cartridge based, right? Yeah. But I hope they do re-release some of those games.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
And maybe there'll be a way you can connect. What was the dumb thing you could do with your 360 through your Xbox One? Maybe there'll be something like that.
Oh yeah, where you have to prove that you have it, then it just downloads a digital copy. Yeah. They need to have some kind of, with their storefront, some kind of unifying storefront.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because I hate buying the same game on every single console.
I think all games should be like that. Like if I buy, because Cities Skylines is going to come out for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
and I've already bought it once for the PC at full price. I shouldn't have to buy it again to
Yeah,
continue to play it.
I agree. And I mean, this is sort of different, but like I have a Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One. I haven't played it, and I'm like, I want to play that on PS4 now since that's out. And I can't just trade it in for the PS4 version.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks.
Corporations, man.
Corporations, dude.
Yeah.
They suck, dude. The corporations, man. Video game corporations.
Yeah, man. Sega. That capitalist monster, Sega.
Capitalist pigs. You know what I wish they did too is I wish there could be some kind of turn-in thing where you could get a physical game, turn it in, and get a digital copy.
Yeah.
Because then I could just clear everything out.
I have a Kindle, and it would be cool to be able to just like scan the barcode on books I have and be able to read them on my Kindle, and I can't.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's rebuying stuff you've already had. That's the whole marketing. That's what
they
thing,
do.
man.
It's how they get you.
There was actually a story. Amy Hennig, who worked for Naughty Dog, she doesn't work there anymore, and she wrote the first 3 Uncharted games, and she wrote wrote some of the fourth, but then she got canned and she's somewhere else. She had a article about video game development and how it just like 40-hour weeks, and it was just or not even 40-hour weeks. It was like
That's pretty normal.
It was like 80-hour weeks, I think.
Okay, that's
like
dope.
That, yeah. 80-hour weeks, and how just grueling it was, and just AAA development's not really worth it if you're gonna just destroy your whole life.
Yeah.
And I mean it's interesting, how and just how it seems like it's such a grind now to make a game than it was probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
That and I don't develop games, you don't develop games, but I'm sure it's there's always a thing called crunch where you're just working nonstop to crunch out a game on time.
Yeah.
And it just seems like there needs to be some kind of way, where they can adapt to this new format where these games are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but you're still having the same release window as you did, back when. You're still trying to prove to your investors that there's a product, but it's getting harder and harder and harder to make these games.
Yeah. I feel like there's a bubble that'll burst eventually, and we'll figure something out.
I hope you figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So I like to play the video game.
But until then.
All right, man, to wrap things up, I kind of want to go through the schedule for the rest of the year. So this week we have our podcast, and next week I want to do the Mafia 3 review. Now that's going to be on the Blowout Network only. That won't be on this feed, and we're not going to do a regular podcast like this. That's going to be our podcast, and the podcast numbers will show. It'll be, I think today is episode 6. I want to say.
All right. Cool.
And so we have it so each episode it goes in order. So those episodes count in this order. And so if today is episode 6, next week will be episode 7, and then we'll come back for episode 8. And then
what's after that?
Nothing for that. That's open 10/26, but 11/2 I'm going to do the Battlefield 1 review.
All right.
Do you want to get a GameFly, or will the red box be good?
I think red box is probably the easier option.
Yeah, that might be. So I think that'd be good for that, because that seems just like a game you play for a few days and you're good. And I'm debating whether I should buy that or actually just do that red box thing.
Okay.
So that's 11/2. Then 11/9, we have a blank week. Then 11/16, I want to do the Civ 6 review. I just think I want to give you time to play it. I want to have time to, download it and probably play it at a friend's house. Yeah. Maybe I could play it at your house.
Now
I don't know.
You're playing on a Mac, right?
No, I'm not going to play it on my computer.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna either buy it on Steam. I think I might buy it on Steam and just go to a friend's house and play it.
Okay, yeah, because it's not going to be out on Mac
on
the same day.
Okay. It can play on Mac, though?
Yeah. They're trying to get it out on the same day, but they're saying it may be a few days delayed on Mac.
I don't think it's worth the money to play it on Mac. Might as well just buy it on PC, right?
Well, no, you buy it on Steam and you can play it on either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just buy it once and it's cross-compatible.
Oh, great. That's beauty of PC gaming right there.
Yep.
So that's 11/9, blank 11/16. We got the Civ 6 review. 11/23 is the Thanksgiving week. I'm thinking about a Thanksgiving themed episode. We can talk about what we're thankful for.
Oh, that's so cliche.
It's gonna be so fun. I don't know what we do there.
Okay.
It'll be a fun episode. We'll do something.
Yeah.
11:30 Pokemon Sun and Moon review. I've been hearing things about Pokemon Sun and Moon like it's gonna be really easy.
Oh, I had a tidbit about that.
Oh, you did?
There's gonna be no 3D.
Oh wow. Oh,
Yeah.
good. Actually, that's good.
Yeah, the 3D was only in the battles in X and Y.
Yeah,
It's cool. It just didn't add much, and so now it's out.
So that's 11:30. 11:27. That's going to be the week after PSX, PlayStation Experience. So there'll probably be some news coming from that.
PSX.
PSX.
Okay.
Hopefully there's some news coming from that. That'll be more of a news-centric podcast probably. We'll still have some fun and chit chat and small talk.
Hell yeah.
Chit chat and small talk. 12/14 is our Final Fantasy 15 Last Guardian review. I think we're just going to put those two together. I think they'll make the most sense.
All right.
I don't expect any of us to complete Final Fantasy 15, but we'll review it. And then 12/21 is going to be our Christmas episode. Talk about our favorite Christmas gifts as the kids, do all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
Good year.
Good year. 12/28, that's our Game of the Year extravaganza. We'll do our games of the year because that's what you're supposed to do if you're a podcast, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Obviously,
you got to make lists. End of the year's for lists. And then 104, that's January 4th. That's looking ahead to 2017, what we're looking forward to.
Cool.
And that's going to be the rest of the year, hopefully. Unless we just stop doing this stupid fucking podcast.
Dude, no, we're renewed through next year.
Yeah, we have to do it. Well, anyway, that's all for Super GamesCast 64 episode. I'm not sure. I think it's 7 or 6. While I look that up, you want to give them your Twitter handle and all that fun junk and where they can get you and all your dumb stuff?
At Helen Smeller.
Why is it that?
I don't know, because she's a smelly jerk.
All right, this is episode 6 today.
Cool.
So, yeah, episode 5 was last week. This is episode 6. So next week, episode 7 will be on the Blowout Network. And then it'll be back to this.
Sweet, dude.
Sweet, dude. Schwilly Schwit. You can find me at CrayTreyVids on Twitter. Listen to the podcast. Let us know what you think. Please rate us on iTunes. That helps more than you think. I don't really know how much it helps, but that's what people say.
All right.
On podcasts, they say it helps more than they think. So I'm going to say that. It helps more than you think to rate us on iTunes. And if you're going to give us a shitty review, don't rate us.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right, don't fucking strong arm our listeners and give us good reviews.
You can give us good reviews or die.
No, give us your honest review. That way we can
Improve.
alter the show with your feedback, and we can make it better, and then you can give us a good rating.
That's true. And someone sent me some Twitter questions because I asked for Twitter questions, but they're all VR related.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Bye.
So yeah, just let us know what you think. Follow us on Twitter. Listen to the podcast. Listen to us next week when we're on the Blowout Network reviewing Mafia 3. Anything else you want to say or do? It's a good song.
To make me a cambric shirt.
Is this Scarborough Fair?
Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
See, I could see you and your roommates doing a Simon and Garfunkel cover band. Don't now pretend like you don't know the words.
She'll be a true love of mine. Is my mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
Tell her to find me an acre of land. Join me. Parsley, sage, rosemary.
I don't know the words of this one.
Do you know Sound of Silence?
Yeah, I know Sound of Silence. You want to do that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Whatever.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains in the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp, I turn my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light, it split the night and touched the sounds of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fools said I do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell, echo the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign started its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, tenement halls, whispered in the sound of silence.